I think student of the margins mean everyone that doesn't fit in the majority context in the world. Meaning, like, to me, I would be one of the student of the margins because I'm a tribal student, or you can say indigenous person, and also just indigenous students around the world that come from different backgrounds and different cultures. There's a common term that we use, and it's walking in both worlds, even though all my life that never made sense to me, because it was like, no, we're walking in one world, why does it have to be two? Because there's the indigenous and native perspective and the way of life, and then you have to merge it with the majority and modern way of life. And I feel like that's something in common with a lot of student at margins around the world, is they walk in both worlds as well. So it's a common ground when you talk to other students from around the world and around the country and stuff. It's really important for a tribal student to go to a tribal college because you not only learn about the modern day of education, and we also learn about our identity and our culture and our traditions and stuff, and preserving our indigenous knowledge. Before I was in my earlier years in education, I used to be really competitive. I used to think with an individualistic mindset, and I didn't know about who I was. I didn't know my culture. I didn't know any of the history. I was exposed to American history. I was exposed to what the majority is, and the teachers are telling you what to think instead of how to think. And so when I transitioned to a tribal college, I was exposed to my culture, traditions, my own history, current issues like the Keystone XL pipeline and how that affects not just indigenous people, native people, but everyone. Or we learn about, let's say, Maria Tallchief. She's a ballerina, a famous Native American ballerina back then, that she was good at what she did, and she was beautiful and graceful, and it's not every day you get to see like that type of beauty, and it's empowerment. If I had to put it in one word, it's empowerment. You feel confident. You feel like you can take on the world. You feel like you finally have roots to finally grow. And knowing your own people and your own history and your own culture and traditions, it helps you learn from not only yourself, but you also think about the tribe or the group of people, or everyone in general, not just yourself and your family. I've seen a lot in my life, as a lot of people have, and they face their own battles. And I would have to say the battles and the type of circumstances, or just life in general that I've been through, has inspired me to be that motivation for the next generation behind me that's going through the same thing. I've experienced sensitive things like rape. I've experienced not having a family, and it really has an impact on me. And I know what death's like, losing a friend, losing relatives, and I've been homeless a couple times during my during my journey, and just feeling that and living that, it's like, no, I'm not. I refuse to be American statistic. I refuse to be the reservation stereotype of getting pregnant early, drinking my life away, just living off upper capita, or these negative stereotypes, microaggressions. And a close friend of mine was telling me, you either really gotta love something, or you really have to hate something and be mad at something in order to succeed. And if you have both, then that's a plus. And I thought about that over time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm mad about all these negative issues and stereotypes, microaggressions, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, it's like, what can you do in a positive impact to help people, like in my situation, either male or female, have walked the same journey I have, and how to empower them and be like, you know what, this is what I've done. This is what I've been through. I can relate to you. There's a rainbow on the other side.